Very good morning to all. And the UBL is a concept created for Center of Excellence in Science and Engineering. And now we are getting a Vibishanan yoghurt with the aim of expatriate and pass out student alumni. He is doing wonders in the Mullaitivu, for which we failed to do as a university. I don't want to go to agriculture. Agriculture got displaced many times. Okay, actually we are operating in the normal circumstances. This university, I am just giving the outset. I am not going to do a big lecture. The scenario here, the setting, because 47 years of existence of the university, our 35 years gone into the very situation of despair and agony and war. For last 10 years only we have been operating in the normal functioning, and the agriculture faculty re-instituted in a place. That's also land is not maybe a very conducive land, but at least they got instituted last 8-9 years. So in that sense it's appreciable because university has excused. They have been out of the mainstream of activities for last 30 years. Only 10 years we have been operating in normal circumstances. But we have been good at using the World Bank grant in other aspects, undergraduate enhancement and institutional development and so on. Even the HTC, we failed to grasp opportunities from the commercialization. In the work also we failed opportunity in commercialization. We didn't get any single competitive grant. So here in the head, I think Eswaramohan and his team, the UBL was initiated a long time ago. There were a couple of other directors were there. But this red time, the German team came earlier and inducted a lot of things, but we couldn't sustain. Some best research awards and all were initiated. So the UBL, I think as a Vice Chancellor, I am giving full support because I am coming from a place, that's a Centre of Excellence in Engineering and Technology and Industrial Park in Britain, in Scotland. There I was there from 85 to 91. So I witnessed the amount of benefits industrial park bring to the country and the people and the university. So that's what we have to go out of the box thinking to build up this link. So today we very happy to welcome the Mullai team led by our director Tavasilan, and also our team led by Eswaramohan UBL and manager. This is Vibishanan engineer. He is very capable. And our boss are Chandran in technology and animal science head agriculture marine Pradeep. Today we are here to sign this agreement. So Professor Ganesharaya has been an inspiration for us, and his experience and expertise and guidance throughout from the origination of this entity UBL, even drafting from constitution and everything. That's what we are able to fulfill the expectation of the World Bank officials and the OMST officials because able guidance from Ganesharaya. Thank you, sir. Again, you are joining from UK. Thank you very much. And Madhamani is our expatriate and now residing in Jaffna and helping us. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Our local team, I would have missed some people. This formal welcome will be extended by our UBL. I hand over everything to Eswaramohan to continue the proceedings.
On behalf of University of Business Linkage, the UBL Jaffna, it gives us great pleasure to welcome you all to this memorable event of signing of license agreement for commercialization of a novel bael incorporated drinking yogurts developed at the Faculty of Agriculture. So this signing event will be between University of Jaffna and Mullai Milk Processing Industry, Mullaitivu. I'm sure it was very short notice. Somehow both parties and the distinguished guests, well-wishers with busy schedules, here they attended. So our distinguished Vice Chancellor, Professor Sri Satkun Raja, on yesterday he was engaged in virtual convocation, and though it's a pandemic situation, he agreed to all these events at the boardroom. So thank you very much, sir. You are mostly welcome, sir. And inventors teams, so all from Faculty of Agriculture, so led by Mr. Anand. So you are mostly welcome, and team members ahead. And members from Mullai Milk Processing Industries, especially so Mr. Tavasilan, the proprietor of the Mullai Milk Processing Industry. So you are welcome, sir. And your team members, you're all welcome to this memorable events. And his colleagues and well-wishers, Mr. Madhuramani and Mr. Kulendran and other staff members, you are mostly welcome. Then the UBL Advisory Board members, especially Professor Ganesh Raja and Mrs. Tushani Saintan, and Deans Professor Ravirajan, Professor Nimaladasan, Professor Sivamadi Swachandran, and other professors, and OMST staffs, especially Professor Dusita Abhiyatunga, the lead experts, OMST World Bank, and OTS staff, heads, senior lecturers, administrative staff members, and alumni officers, especially I could see Professor Divyanathan, so he is joining from USA, so must be midnight. Thank you very much for your gathering, and physically and via Zoom interface. And also I welcome all our faculty coordinators. If I elaborate on what is UBL Jaffna, it is an official center for University of Jaffna. So this has established since 2018 under the guidance of University Grant Commission and the World Bank grants, so-called AHEAD grant. The vision of UBL is to achieve sustainable growth of medium scale, small, micro scales entrepreneurs in the regional economy. The mission of UBL is to create tangible and intangible value to boost the economic activity of the region's medium scales micro entrepreneurs through mentoring, new novel approaches, innovations, and technology transfer. So we have established UBL with the 6 major objectives. I'm happy to introduce that as well. The first, to create new intellectual property from university academics. And to the successful transfer of knowledge or technology to achieve efficiency in business operation or add value to their goods and services. To provide expert services. To provide training, development and capacity building. To create the research and consultancy to solve industry problems. And to support micro entrepreneurs with their new initiative into the market, both local and international. And finally, to support incubations through providing suitable and affordable facilities and space to incubate any startup enterprises. So we have a very strong constitution. It has developed since 2018 with many experts, and we have a very flexible IP policy. We all have got a very good, excellent advisory board members. So we have a local and international advisory board members. And our UBL teams representing all faculty coordinators. So they are working at the faculty levels. So we have been incredibly fortunate to welcome you all so for this memorable event today. And if I recall this, the bael fruit drinking yoghurt product, so I'm happy to recall. So when I was identifying Mr. Anand, he came with the idea that he is having a bael's novel fruit. So then we have a facilities at the UBL office. So we have a very good databases, open databases, as well as the provided by World Bank, the Innovation Q+ and the Durban software. And we have gone through and we have identified this bael product is the novel. So no one else had been reported before. So then we started incubating them, and with the World Bank grant, so we managed to fund as a grant, so 5 lakhs to the team of the bael fruit drinking yogurt experts. So with all these supports, they have completed their task, and so now we have submitted to the patent on February. Then we have identified and we have shown to the exhibitions in the Chamber of Commerce. It's organized by again World Bank. So finally, we have identified a regional based dairy factory called as Mullai Dairy Processing Industries at Udayarkandu, Mullaitivu. So our 2BL team and the advisory boards realized that this is essential for a support that is the one of our objective for a regional and sustainable economy of our region. So then we have approached Mr. Thawasiran, proprietor of the Mullai Dairy Factory, and even though it's a lockdown situation, so we managed to have number of talks with Zoom meeting, and finally we had a chance to visit his dairy factory. So with the assistance of research team and myself and Mr. Madhuramani and also there. So finally, so after a number of round talks, so we have achieved this signing process, and we agreed in a common platform. So for this process, then we started a number of approval process in universities, like institutions have a numerous approval system. So we are bound with so many guidelines and circulars. So then we have drafted this signing license agreement draft, and Professor Ganesh Raja from UK, one of our advisory board member, and this is Vibishanan Sayandan, our legal expert for advisory board member, and Engineer Valluvan. They have incorporated a lot in polishing this draft, and several times they have gone through. And so this draft we submitted to the UBL team, UBL advisory board, and got approval. Later on, I have submitted to the CQA, so that's quality assurance cells of the Senate Standing Committee, Senate Finance Committee, and finally at the Council. So now it's an approved document today. So we are going to sign at this in the memorable day. So to our delegates from all, so you are honored guests to a very special collaborative, and I welcome you in my humble words to this most prestigious event in the history of University of Jaffna. So this will be a milestone. So thank you very much for this welcome address. So next in the agenda, I would welcome the team's research team leader, so Mr. Anand Kumar. He is the principal investigator of the research project. And this project, so there are 6 members, the 4 members from agriculture faculties, University of Jaffna, and 2 members from UBL, Professor Jayasena and Dr. Mudanayake, so from UBL. So on behalf of the research teams, I welcome Mr. Anand Kumar to give the introduction about your products.
A pleasant good morning, dear ladies and gentlemen. This is a prestigious moment and a remarkable milestone in my academic career, because every academic thinks and focuses about how could I contribute to the University of Jaffna to make proud as well as pride. Accordingly, this achievement gave an incredible opportunity to give a small contribution representing Faculty of Agriculture to the University of Jaffna to make so proud as well as pride. Without further delay, I'd like to move to the core part of this speech. It's all about bael fruit syrup incorporated drinking yogurt. I would like to share how this idea was generated, how it became an outcome while satisfying the requirements for commercialization. the whole concept was split into three major compartments. The first is bael. In Tamil, we spell as Vilvam. In Sinhala, it's pronounced as Eli. So bael is an underutilized fruit in Sri Lanka, in all tropical regions including Sri Lanka. However, it's abundantly present in Mannar, Jaffna, Kilinochi, Vaunia, even in southern part of Sri Lanka as well. However, so it has a medicinal, nutritional and therapeutic values, but it's most of the time people don't use it because it has slightly bitter taste as well as a strong flavor. However, it has like all the properties good for human health. It's an obvious truth that people who live in either northern part of Sri Lanka or southern part of Sri Lanka, they know consumption of bael fruit is good for human health. However, on the other hand, there's a big problem. It's a seasonal fruit. So it's very difficult to find out these fruits all throughout the year for production. Then I have a big doubt, how could I overcome this problem? Then I have gone through literature reviews and I find there are several preservative techniques. Among that, how could I use appropriate preservative techniques to use to daily production? Then I have developed bael syrup, fruit syrup, and it's used for incorporations to a drinking yogurt. And one more advantage is without adding any preservatives, sugar, as well as any kind of further treatments, it can be kept for about 7 to 8 months under refrigerated conditions. It's one of the major advantages as well as expecting in commercial level. Second, it's yogurt. At the same time, drinking yogurt. You can ask many questions. Why do you choose drinking yogurt among dairy products? Yes, compared with other dairy products like cheese and other dairy products, they have quite higher value and consumption rate among Sri Lankans is quite less comparing with yogurt. So yogurt is produced by fermentation using starter cultures, and some products are usually used to produce probiotic cultures. So probiotic cultures support for human gut development. They provide beneficial environment in the gut. Therefore, we have chosen two different probiotic starter cultures, Lactobacillus acidophilus and Bifidobacterium bifida. Among these two, Lactobacillus acidophilus is a human implantable. It's implantable in the gut content, which provides extraordinary benefits to humans. On the other hand, drinking yogurt, people most of the time prefer set yogurt, but there's one disadvantage. Once we peel off the lid, we have to finish it and throw it away. We cannot keep it for like a short time. But drinking yogurt, even Mullai people have produced number of yogurt products, but they have kept drinking yogurt because it's more convenient and easy to handle. We just open it, have it, and we can keep it. At the same time, a volume of drinking yogurt is about like 180 to 200 ml. It's a kind of a full meal for a person. Due to our busy lifestyle, most of the people skip their breakfast, lunch, and they take later. As a result, gastritis, gastro-ulceration problem. And bael has levantine is one of the major polyphenol components, which is abundantly present in bael. And then, so of course, people who are working with computers and busy lifestyles, they can keep it on the table, they can have a small amount and then keep it again. And after a short time, they can have it again. So it's kind of a refreshment as well as they can have their meal, a kind of a diet. That's why I have chosen drinking yogurt. The third component, so first bael, second drinking yogurt, and finally coming to the third one. That's the combination of these two, bael and drinking yogurt. Bael, as I said earlier, it has like bitter taste as well as having a strong flavor. If you want to have it like raw, it's really, some people prefer. At the same time, some people reluctant to have it because of the taste and the flavor, especially sensory attributes. What I have done, I have just incorporated different percentage to the drinking yogurt, and we have identified that best incorporation level. I'm sorry, I can't reveal the percentage. The best incorporation level gave an extraordinary pleasing aroma flavor with desirable taste, slightly sweetish, sour taste. It was identified through conducting number of sensory tests. And the panelists gave I'm really proud to say that they said that it's awesome taste and flavor. Another thing is it has number of advantages. I would like to list one by one why it needs to be commercialized as well as why it's needed by the consumers. First of all, most of the time, industries always focus about the extended shelf life. For that, they added several preservatives, artificial preservatives. Nowadays, consumers are always focusing to have product which produce naturally without adding any artificial colorants, flavorants, preservatives, and so on. Accordingly, the syrup was produced without adding any artificial preservatives and artificial colorants, and we ended up with like desirable golden yellow color of yogurt without adding any artificial colorants, as well as we have a nice natural bael flavor without like some people say that's strong, stunned, but we didn't get such kind of comments from any panelist. Second advantage is, yes, as I said earlier, levantine is like kind of gastro ulcerations polyphenol. So daily consumption of this product may help consumers to overcome this gastro ulceration problem. And finally, this kind of assumption, because I cannot say it's 100% can be happen, because literature and several studies reveal that 1 gram of polyphenols in daily consumption helps to reduce some chronic diseases to humans. So with the support of Ayurvedic medicines and other medical people, we are planning to conduct further studies to introduce into the commercial market with other medicinal values of our product. Fourth one, in terms of nutritional value, it has about like less percentage of fat, about 2.4%, which can be named as low-fat yogurt, and it contains like 2.8% of protein and approximately 1% of minerals, about 75% of moisture content. So it's nutritionally well fit. And then another commercialized requirement. The shelf life of drinking yogurt is about like 2 months. Sometimes some industries produce with shorter shelf life. We have analyzed the shelf life of a product and it goes like about 2 to 2.5 months. So when we apply for a patent, a product should satisfy 3 major requirements: novel, industry applicable, as well as it should not be done by some other people. So our product satisfies all 3 requirements, especially the industrially applicable and good for human health. Therefore, considering all these aspects, this product was introduced with produced with all the support of our research team. Before concluding this small stage, I would like to thank a few people, the esteemed colleagues who supported me and guided me to achieve this milestone. First of all, I would like to thank Professor S. Srisathanarajah, the Vice Chancellor, University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka, for supporting academics to engage with independent research work to produce valuable outcomes to society. Then I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the University of Business Linkages, University of Jaffna, for identifying our product as having commercial value, and also creating a platform to directly deal and communicate with industrial people, as well as to commercialize the product with commercial the product representing Faculty of Agriculture as well as University of Jaffna, Sri Lanka. And also we would like to thank on behalf of University of Jaffna to Mr. Tawasilan, Manager, Mullai Milk Processing, for accepting and giving recognitions for our product. And also I would like to thank Dr. Mrs. Pradipan, Head Department of Animal Science. And also I would like to thank for our research teams. Especially I would like to thank Professor Dinesh Jagsena, Professor in Animal Science, University of UBL University of Sri Lanka. As well as I would like to thank Dr.T.Eswaramohan, Head Department of Animal Science, UBL University of Sri Lanka, for always being a pillar for me and supporting and providing guidance and mentoring and giving the huge support to achieve this target. And I would like to thank the Dean and our academic staff members of Faculty of Agriculture. And thank you very much for everyone and have a good day.
So thank you very much, Mr. Anand, for your the detailed introduction about products really incorporated in your country. So thank you very much. So next, so I would like to welcome Professor S. Raja, for the brief talk on further challenges on product commercialization. He is one of our advisory board member of UBL, and he has been serving as the Dean and Professor of Entrepreneurial Behavior and Innovation at the Royal Agricultural College, United Kingdom.
Good morning to all. I first say thank you very much, Vice Chancellor P. Satkunaraja, for your welcome and kind introduction, as well as to you, Dr.T.Eswaramohan, for your welcome and introduction. I can thank many people, but I would like to switch the tone and congratulate you instead to the university, to the Vice Chancellor for his support and enabling this invention to come this far and for it to have a trajectory that is going into the markets. I also like to congratulate Dr. Eswaramohan for his leadership of the UBL that has led to this invention, but also, if I recall correctly, we have 7 inventions waiting for patents to be granted, which have been filed. And of course, congratulations to the research team, to Mr. Anand Kumar and his 6 colleagues who have developed, invented, and now are taking this research into the markets, what we call research leading to impact. This is what universities are about, creating new knowledge, and these days we also want universities to create new value so that this can go into the community and serve wider society, whether it is in the form of a service, goods or products that can be commercialized. I also would like to congratulate Mr. Tavasilan from Mullai Dairies. And good morning to you, sir. And it's a pleasure to catch up with you again after our last Zoom meeting. To congratulate you and your team for seeing the potential in this extraordinary invention of what I would describe very simply. The research team has taken cow and crop and is now turning, with your help, into cash. And this is the true sign of a very entrepreneurial venture. If I can bring a little bit of academia into the definition, when an organization wishes and desires growth, it has thought this through strategically, and it is willing to use innovation, well, that is a true sign of an entrepreneurial organization. And you, sir, Mr. Tavasilan, an entrepreneur with extraordinary insight and foresight, because you are engaging with a research organization, with a university, in taking a product market. Of course, your other developments have come through various other routes, including your internal research and development. By this relationship forged with the university, I hope you will now have additional means to take products into market. This is an extraordinary time. Using a metaphor or an analogy that is relevant to the Faculty of Agriculture, from where this product has arisen. From small acorns, great oaks grow. This is a very important, small but significant start for the faculty. If I understand it correctly, the first of its inventions that is going forward into the markets. And I would also say to Mullai Dairies, such is the significance of this launch that I remember from our conversations earlier, Mr. Tavasilan, that you are yourself an alumni of the University of Jaffna. It's so wonderful to see one of the sons of the university come back as a successful businessman in the community and to engage with the university to take one of its inventions to market, only because you see the real potential in it as a businessman. We also say, again using a food analogy, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We now look forward to seeing this product go into the markets. And within the scope of taking products to market to commercialization of an invention, the next step is going to be a very critical one. I've had the pleasure of a very useful discussion with Dr.T.Eswaramohan yesterday. We were thinking ahead as to what the next few stages are likely to be. Yes, of course, Mr. Anand Kumar and his team will have to successfully transfer the technology completely to your team at Mullai Dairy. Next comes the pilot testing of the product at pilot scale development, and then, of course, producing concept samples. In my discussions with Dr. Eswaramohan, because we recognize the significance of this product launch, this signing today and the launch of a product into the community being a very important milestone in the development of the UBL. This is also the first product for the UBL. We wish to celebrate this in some style and fashion. We want to give it the press coverage it deserves, the media attention it needs, and to help work with you, Mullai Dairy, to ensure the success of this product. I have witnessed drinking yogurts go to market from my own work in research and development within the dairy industry in the United Kingdom. I worked in the research department of the largest dairy company in the United Kingdom and one of the largest in Europe. The next step is so important that if you, sir, are able, with your team, take this product into commercialization, into launch within 3 months, we would like to work with you and no less than have the launch at our very prestigious auditorium, the Kailasapati Auditorium at the University of Jaffna. The full sight of the wider community, of the media, of the press, so that we can be with you as the product goes to market. And this is a challenge. I hope your team will relish and will work towards, and we certainly will work towards achieving that with you. So I say to the Vice Chancellor, congratulations again to Dr. Eswaramohan. Well done for coming to this stage, to the signing of this momentous agreement with Mullai Dairies, Mr. Satisfies, that this is also very important for you as it is to us, not least because you're an alumni of the university, but more important, that you're a businessman and you see the potential in this product. And to Mr. Anand Kumar and your team, congratulations, and wish you every success with this invention, but in your other research as well. I just finish up by saying it's been such a pleasure to have been part of this team. I remember the early first drafts of the invention which Mr. Anand Kumar and his team produced, the meetings that we've had, the discussions that has followed with the company, and today it's a very exciting day for me. Thank you and all the very best. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir. So according to the agenda, so I would like to welcome Mr. Davaseelan, the proprietor of Mullai Milk Processing Industry, Mullaitivu.
This is our special day actually for Mullai Milk Processing Industry. We are very proud to be here with our team to sign the agreement, which is from my institution as the Jaffna University and the OTS. So we are recognizing our students' research and achieving the commercialized stage. We are happy to take that further to travel toward our community. The purpose of this product we agreed without much concerning about the business concentration. We take it as the good and healthy product has to be reached to our community, which way we can step it up and do the commercialization. So we are happy to do that rather than concentrating the financial side. We wanted to do it. So that is the purpose of our company. When we start our company Mullai, our motto is the process our healthy future. I mean, processing our community healthy future. The reason we started with a dairy, when we work it out or when we analyze it, our generation is very less compared with other countries having a dairy product. So we thought we must make the dairy product and let it reach to our community. Our next generation consume level has to be increased. So that's why toward that we are working on it. So when we do that, so we have come across this team. Actually, I have to first say thanks for my friend Madhura Mani, who is the one introduced and encouraged me to do these are the best things. We got to go forward. So from that day, we had a Zoom meeting and they were visited to our factory and they accept as our industry can do further. So that's why the first step we move it. So today we are here. Of course, toward this process, we will increase our production. We will increase, when we increase our production, our community will get more job opportunities and our raw materials will be changed as a value-added product. So not only the dairy, we are as a Mullai Industrial Group, we are planning for other product also. Whenever we get the chance, definitely we will make a value-added product to our community and increase the job opportunities and grow the economy toward our region to our country. So our nation has to be developed with our raw material to develop the product, and when we come to the exporter, then definitely our country will grow as an economic level. So we are very happy to be here, all the intelligence and expertise, you are together here. So definitely we will work together and achieve more and more. Thank you for the opportunities. Thanks again.
So thank you very much, Mr. Tavaseelan. So according to the agenda, so that's a signing of license agreement. It's a very hot topic. I would like to welcome Mrs. Dushani Sayandan to brief this process and facilitate it. She is one of our advisory board member. She has been looking after all these legal matters.
Without further delay, I think I can move on to the topic to give a brief explanation about the agreement. So here there are two agreements which are going to be signed by the parties. The first agreement, the principal investigator and the co-investigators are going to give their express consent to the University of Jaffna to commercialize their inventions with the support of Mullai Milk Processing Industry. And then the license agreement is going to be signed by the parties. The parties are University of Jaffna. On behalf of the University of Jaffna, the distinguished Vice Chancellor Professor Sri Sargunaraja, he will be placing his signature on behalf of the University of Jaffna. Second party, the second party, the chairman of the Mullai Milk Processing Industry, Mullaitiu, Sri Lanka. As a chairman, he will be placing his signature. So this agreement, actually, with the outcome of the agreement, is expected to share it's a mutual benefit sharing agreement. The university agrees to transfer the technology of the particular invention to the Mullai Milk industry, and the Mullai Milk industry will make a payment with a different amount of payment to the University of Jaffna for the transfer of technology. For this agreement, around 27 provisions are there. So the agreement actually consisting of the laws, the application of laws through which that particular agreement actually is effected. The other one, you can see the definition. Whenever you may have confusion of interpreting the terms which are included in the agreement, the definition clause will be helping. In the scope of the agreement, you can see that mainly it's focusing to four scopes: determining the transfer of technology, the other one the payment mode and making payment, and the way of exploiting the invention. So these are the ones. The license actually here is categorized as exclusive license. The University of Jaffna agrees to grant exclusive license rights to the Mullai Milk industry. This agreement will be valid for 5 years. At the expiration of the agreement, the university will, the both parties may agree for renewing the agreement. Further, Article 6 talking about the rights and obligations of the both parties. So the main obligations on the part of the first party to transfer their technology of the invention, that is bael drinking yogurt formula to the Mullai Milk Processing Industry shortly. And the second party, the main obligation is to make payments as agreed hereinafter by way of this agreement. Other rights and obligations are stated in the agreement. Further, the payment modes are two ways categorized. One is upfront payment, the other one royalty payment. Article 7 talking about upfront payment. So the payment, the way they will be assigning, they will be the second party will pay the first part of payment. Other than that, as regards to hopefully there won't be the dispute. But as a legal matter, there must be a clause as regards to the settlement of dispute. So in case of settlement of dispute, how the parties have to resolve their dispute is mentioned in the particular agreement. Other than that, certain verification methods is included. With this, some miscellaneous clauses included added in the agreement. With this, there are two parties, as I mentioned above. Professor Sri Satmaraya, on behalf of the University of Jaffna, he will be placing his signature. And the chairman of Mullai Milk Processing Industry, he will be placing his signature as a second party in this agreement. So I would like to first invite the principal investigator and the co-investigators from the Faculty of Agriculture to give their express consent to the University of Jaffna to transfer their technology to University of Jaffna. Consequently, the University of Jaffna and the second party will face their I would like to invite Dr.T.Eswaramohan to place his signature as a witness on behalf of University of Jaffna. I would like to invite Mr. Anand Kumar to place his signature as a witness on behalf of University of Jaffna. I warmly welcome and invite you, Mr. K. Kulendran, consultant of Mullai Milk Processing Industry, to place his signature as a witness on behalf of the industry. I warmly invite Ms. K. Arivarasi, Operations Manager, Mullai Milk Processing Industry, to place her signature on behalf of Mullai Milk Processing Industry. This is the time for handing over the license agreement between the two parties. Therefore, I warmly invite Dr. Eswaramohan, Director, University Business Linkage, to hand over the documents, license agreement to the both parties.
So thank you very much, Mrs. Dushani Sayantan, for briefing this license agreement statement and facilitating this license agreement process. Thank you very much. So I welcome Dr. Vasandaruba after this acknowledgement by Dr. Vasandaruba. Let's go for a group photo. So I welcome Dr. Vasandaruba. Please start.
So good morning to you all. On behalf of the University of Jaffna, UBL Cell, as a former faculty coordinator of the University of Jaffna Faculty of Agriculture and the current Dean of the Faculty of Agriculture, I would like to thank the following members. First of all, I would like to thank our Vice Chancellor for accepting our invitation at short notice and spending us with more than 1 hour with us and signing the agreement. Thank you very much, sir. Next, as Vice Chancellor said, even though we are doing a lot of researches, we are not commercializing this. So I would like to thank our research team, the commercialization. This is the first time in our university we are doing this type of commercialization. Therefore, I would like to thank this research team headed by Mr. Anand Kumar and his animal science department's staffs, Dr. Mrs. S. Pradeepan, Mrs. S. Tirichenduran, Mr. S. Sivadarshan, and the collaborators from UBL University, Professor Dayasena and Dr. Budunayaka, for them for doing this wonderful product. Next, I would like to thank our Mullai Milk Processing Industry staffs, headed by who are accepting, who will be keeping faith on us and accepting our product. I am sure, on behalf of Faculty of Agriculture, I am sure our research team will work with you continuously, and I think we can do further product also. We can, in the future, we can further commercialization and things also we can do, because we have the very wonderful JICA Research and Training Complex. I think you also visited here, and future we can do several product developments. So I would like to thank Mr. Tawasilan, Chairman Mullai Milk Processing Industry, Mr. K. Kulendran, Consultant Mullai Milk Processing Industry, Ms. Arivarasi, and other staff, Mr. Madhuramani and other staff. I would like to thank. Next, our financial contributors for this project. head team, Professor Dusita Abetunga, lead academic expert, OMST World Bank, and her team for providing financial support for this project. Next, I would like to thank our advisory board members, headed by our wonderful Professor Ganesh Raja, Dean and Professor Entrepreneurial Behavior and Innovation of the Royal Agriculture College, UK, and our staff, Mrs. Dushani Santhan, our bael staff, Mr. Suresh Kumar, and other members, Mrs. Selvaratnam and Mr. Vignesh, who are joining with Zoom. Thank you very much for support, and especially Professor Ganesh Raja and Mrs. Dushani is helping us to drafting this license and agreement and other things. So very thankful to them. And all the deans of the faculties, especially Professor Somadi Chandran and those who are participating in the Zoom, Professor Ravirajan, Professor Nimala Dasan, and other deans, would like to thank. And other members who are in the Zoom, Professor Vibishanan, Dr. Purnendran, also I would like to thank. And all the faculty coordinators who are attending, Dr. Patmadas and our faculty coordinator, Dr. Kannan, and other who are participating through Zoom. I would like to thank you all. So this is a great pressure, and I think it's an initiation because it's a small project. I think it may be an eye-opener for most of our young graduates. They may also, I think, in the future, they may lead to this type of commercialization in the future. So with this brief note, I would like to have this important thanks. Thank you.
We are from ahead. So congratulations to you and the UBL and the Vice Chancellor, and especially our Mr. Anand and Mr. Tawasila. We look forward to see many more license agreements. So we thank the advisory committee as well. And I hope you will be able to complete phase 4. This will be a very good success story. And we will write a success story on this and update the website as well. Thank you very much for inviting us. All the best.
Thank you very much, Professor Dusita Madam and Nalaka. So thank you very much. And also, I would like to thank all the Zoom participants.